Hey everyone! Today we have some breaking news in the world of Formula One. Esteban Ocon and Alpine will be parting ways at the end of the 2024 season. After 5 years together, this decision has taken many by surprise, especially after the tumultuous Monaco Grand Prix. Let's dive into the details of this split, understand what happened in Monaco, and discuss what might be in store for Ocon's future. And of course, we can't ignore how this affects Alpine and the driver market for 2025. Stay tuned because there's a lot of interesting stuff to talk about. But before we start, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any Formula One updates. Now, let's get to it. Let's start by talking about the incident that apparently was the final straw for the split between Ocon and Alpine. In the Monaco GP, Ocon collided with his teammate Pierre Gasly on the very first lap. Ocon's bold move to overtake Gasly at the Portier corner ended in disaster. Ocon was forced to retire from the race, while Gasly managed to continue after the red flag. This collision brought a lot of negative attention to Ocon, with criticism coming from all directions. Team boss Bruno Famin mentioned there would be consequences, which sparked even more speculation about Ocon's future with the team. It's interesting to see how a single incident can have such large repercussions for a Formula One team. In Ocon's case, the pressure and criticism on social media were also intense, leading him to publicly defend himself. The incident in Monaco was undoubtedly a catalyst for the decision to part ways. And this leads us to the next point, the reasons behind this decision. First, the relationship between Ocon and the Alpine team. Despite the good moments, like the win at the Hungarian Grand Prix in 2021, there have been many challenges and tensions. The incident in Monaco might have been just the tip of the iceberg of a relationship that was already strained. Additionally, Alpine might be looking for new directions and strategies for the future. With the team constantly striving to improve its performance, a change in drivers might be part of this strategy. Bringing in new talent or seeking more experienced drivers could be seen as an attempt to revitalize the team. Another important point is Ocon's own career. As a young and talented driver, he has ambitions to grow and reach new heights in Formula One. Perhaps he sees new opportunities in other teams that might offer him a more competitive car or a more favorable environment. Finally, the driver market for 2025 is quite active, and Ocon is already being linked to potential seats with the future Audi team, Haas and Williams. This suggests that he is considering his options and preparing for the next step in his career. With all these reasons in mind, it's clear that the split is not the result of a single event, but a combination of factors that culminated in this decision. First, there are strong rumors that Ocon could join the future Audi team, currently known as Sauber. Audi is preparing to enter Formula One as a factory team, and hiring an experienced and talented driver like Ocon could be a strategic move to establish a solid foundation from the start. Another possibility is the Haas team. Haas has faced challenges in maintaining consistency and competitiveness, and Ocon's experience could be valuable in helping the team take a step forward. Additionally, Haas could offer Ocon a leadership role, which would be an exciting opportunity for him. Williams is also a viable option. Although the team has struggled to return to the top, they have shown signs of progress. Ocon could join them in the hope of helping accelerate this recovery process. Additionally, the history and legacy of Williams in Formula One could be an attraction for any driver. Regardless of Ocon's choice, it's clear that he has several options and is in a strong position to negotiate his future. He mentioned that he will make an announcement very soon, so it's just a matter of time before we know which path he will choose. First, Ocon's departure means that Alpine needs to find a driver who not only fills the gap, but also brings something new to the team. Pierre Gasly, who will remain with the team, will have a new teammate, and the choice of this driver will be crucial for Alpine's future performance. One of the names that has emerged strongly is Jack Doohan, Alpine's current reserve driver. Doohan has shown good performance in the lower categories and is already familiar with the team, which could ease his transition to a full-time driver role. He represents a young and promising option, aligned with Alpine's talent development strategy. Another possibility is Valtteri Bottas, who could bring vast experience and consistency to the team. Bottas, currently with Alfa Romeo, might be looking for a new opportunity, and his experience could be valuable for Alpine in terms of car development and race strategies. Besides Duhan and Bottas, Alpine might also consider other drivers on the market, especially those with experience and a history of good results. The final decision will depend on several factors, including the team's long-term vision and the new driver's fit with Gasly. Movements in the driver market affect not only Alpine but also other teams. Let's now discuss the overall driver market for 2025 and how these movements might redefine the next season. Carlos Sainz is a key piece in this puzzle. He is at the center of attention, with rumors that he is choosing between Sauber and Williams for next year. Sainz has been a consistent driver, and his team choice will be crucial both for his career and for the team he chooses. Meanwhile, at Red Bull, Sergio Perez is about to renew his contract. Perez has been a solid partner for Max Verstappen, and his stay with the team seems logical to maintain Red Bull's stability and performance. At Mercedes, Kimi Antonelli is the name emerging as Lewis Hamilton's replacement. Promoting Antonelli represents a bet on the future, with Mercedes investing in young talent to continue its tradition of success. Valtteri Bottas, who we mentioned earlier as a potential replacement for Ocon at Alpine, is also in the mix. His experience and skills make him a desirable candidate for several teams looking to bolster their driver lineup. Pierre Gasly, despite being a free agent for 2025, is expected to remain with Alpine. His continuity can bring some stability to the team amid other changes. With so many changes and negotiations happening, it's an exciting time for Formula One fans. The choices these drivers will make in the coming weeks and months will shape the F1 landscape for the next years. So, folks, what can we take away from all these movements and news? Formula One is constantly evolving, and Esteban Ocon's departure from Alpine is just another example of how quickly things can change in this sport. The collision in Monaco might have been the trigger, but the reasons for the split are much more complex, including both internal and external factors. Ocon has several interesting options ahead, and it will be exciting to see where he goes in 2025. His choice could not only define his career, but also influence the dynamics of the teams for the next season. For Alpine, finding a suitable replacement will be crucial. Jack Doohan and Valtteri Bottas are strong candidates, and the team's decision will show its strategic direction for the future. And we can't forget the driver market as a whole, with names like Carlos Sainz, Sergio Perez, and Kimi Antonelli making their moves. These changes affect not only the drivers and teams directly involved, but also the balance of power on the F1 grid. Every decision, every contract signed, shapes the spectacle we see on the tracks and adds new layers of excitement for the fans. So, stay tuned, because the next few weeks promise to be intense and full of surprises. And of course, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Let's follow these developments together and discuss all the twists and turns here on the channel. See you next time, folks.